Okay, so today I want to talk about your prostate and why it's really important to get it checked out and what some of the problems you might have when you're sort of 40 or 50. Believe me, most men, I would say, in their 50s probably have some kind of prostate issue. And most of the time, it's not really an issue. There are tablets that can be taken or a simple operation. But occasionally, it can be serious. And I'm talking, of course, the big C. So I just want to talk to you about the experiences I've had and the problems I've had with my prostate and what I did about it, and really what the prostate exam or what tests you can do to kind of find out if there are even more underlying serious issues. So let's crack on with it. So last year, after a kind of a long weekend of drinking cups of tea and coffee and whatnot, I couldn't help but notice that I just seemed to be wanting to go for a pee much more regularly than I used to. And I'd also noticed for quite a while that my sort of pee strength hadn't been that good. Long gone were the days when you were a kid and you literally had pissing contests. I mean, literally, how high could you piss up the urinal? Or could you torpedo that cigarette butt? You know, those days are long gone. But the decline is pretty slow when you come to think of it. It was just this particular weekend, I just thought, this is ridiculous. I'm going to the toilet all the time. The flow seems very, very slow. I'm getting on in age, you know I'm in my 50s, and so that could be triggering alarm bells for me. So I thought, you know what, I'm going straight to the doctor. And I went straight down to the doctor and I told him the symptoms straight away. He knew, because it's so common. He knew straight away. And he said, look, I'll obviously, if you're comfortable, I'll do a quick prostate exam and just confirm my theory. Now, the interesting thing about that is I know a lot of people are put off, especially men, certain men, are put off going to the doctors because they may be a bit squeamish about having a finger up the old bum. But really, I want to just share my experience, if you will oblige me, if you will indulge me, because it's so important to get done. And it's not the only test. You can have blood tests if you're if you're worried or you're super squeamish about that or you're worried, but really you shouldn't be. Basically what happened is he explained what would happen, put on the old rubber glove, as it were, bit of a gel, but he also offered me whether I'd like a companion in there, which I kind of found a bit weird, but I understood why. You can have like a sort of I forget the word is, but like a sort of witness or just somebody there so there's no kind of funny business or whatever. But no, I was quite comfortable with the idea of it would just be him and me, quite frankly. But yeah, he was quite willing to, I don't know, call in a nurse or the receptionist or I don't know who. Anyway, that's beside the point. And literally, you sort of curl up on one side with your trousers down, whatnot, and he comes along and he's in and out before you know it. And literally, it's not even to the knuckle, yeah? Straight away, it's just in and out. You don't feel it because of the gel. Slips in, slips out, and straight away, he goes, yep, enlarged prostate. And, one of the reasons I went to the doctor is because you hear about the prostate and prostate cancer and all of this, and so you get worried. But actually, there's a big difference between an enlarged prostate, and I'll give this medical term down on the screen there below, and cancer. Although prostate cancer does affect 1 in 8 men in the UK, 1 in 8. And I think it's even higher amongst the black community, which is kind of crazy. So it's definitely worth getting checked out and not being worried about it. He says it's nice and soft, it's all fine, it's just an enlarged prostate, but we'll do some blood tests, get them sent off just to double check and everything, but nothing to worry about. Gave me a prescription for some pills that I have to take every day. And he said, if you ever want an operation, it might be something you want to do, I don't know, in 10, 15 years time. But for now, just take the tablets. So that's what I did. If you're worried, you don't need to have the prostate exam. You can just have a blood test and go to your doctor, or if you have regular medical checkups, which if in your 50s, you ought to really, don't be squeamish, don't put it off, and get it sorted and just get reassured. Because at the end of the day, just because you think you might have prostate issues doesn't mean you've got cancer. But surely it's much better to get it confirmed, because the good news with prostate cancer apparently is if you catch it early, then it tends to be no problem. It gets sorted and you get on with your life and stuff like that. And with prostate enlargement, well, it's just something you're going to have to live with until it gets unbearable. But the tablets I take, one a day, it's fine. And I don't really have the issue. Is my pee stream as strong as it used to be when I was a kid? Of course not. At least I don't have the issue. And there are some foods apparently that you can take to help deal with it, even sort of prevent it, prostate enlargement, or at least sort of discourage it. And that is, I'm going to say this word wrong probably, but lycopene. Anyway, basically tomatoes, yeah? So I've started buying tomato juice. Not that I'm a fan of it, but it's really good for you apparently. And that can really help reduce inflammation of the prostate. So highly recommend, if you're in your 50s, whatever, up that. Even, and this is the good thing if you don't want to just drink tomato juice, apparently the lipocene or lycopene or whatever it is, doesn't lose its effect when cooked. So if you like a spaghetti with tomato sauce or something, a pasta with tomato sauce with olive oil, apparently that helps it, that aids the distribution to the body. So yeah, you don't have to drink raw tomato juice or anything like that. And apparently that helps. But yeah, I had the blood tests were sent off and they came back and everything was fine and it was all good and I felt reassured. And honestly, for a quick trip to the doctor, less than a second of a partial finger up the butthole and bish bash bosh, symptoms just confirmed, problem dealt with. But it could have been a lot worse. And as I say, if you are concerned or you're just getting to that age, then it's just worth getting checked out. And it doesn't have to be, the finger at the bum. It can be a blood test, get that done. Also, being in this age group, I got sent by the NHS a package for testing stuff like that. And apparently you poo on a stick, which is quite weird and interesting. Put it in a test tube and send it in the post. Can you imagine? Anyway, I did that as well as a sort of a belts and braces approach, since they offered the service free. So I thought, why not? But yeah, definitely look, if you have any issues, especially around peeing and stuff like that, then it could be a warning sign. And look, it may not be anything serious and it just might be a part of getting old as a man and stuff like that, but it could be serious. That's the point. As I say, 1 in 8 men suffer from prostate cancer, but you catch it early and they can deal with it fairly effectively. So that's my recommendation. Anyway, I just thought by sharing my experience, it might encourage a few more men to get themselves checked out. It's not a big issue. Don't be lazy about it. Have a word with your doctor, get it sorted, and get on with your life. So anyway, there you go. I hope you found this video useful. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, then please hit them likes, because I like it, YouTube likes it, and it helps people like you find content just like this. And if you're new to my channel, then do me the great honor. Domo arigato. Please hit that subscribe button, toggle that notification bell, and that way you'll know when I upload videos just, nearly tripped up, just like this. I'm out for my daily constitutional. Thanks for watching.